It's that time of year again. It is time to take a look at the most anticipated new roller coasters coming to the US in 2017. Now, normally it's pretty hard to determine which coasters are going to end up doing the best and which ones are going to be flops, but this year I think is a bit different than most. 2017 is actually a pretty small year for roller coasters, but I think we're also a bit spoiled because 2015 and 2016 were some awesome years. We got tons of great rides. So it seems like a lot of parks are taking a break, and so 2017 isn't the best year for amusement parks, but we do have some decent new attractions coming. So I'm going to be counting down what I consider the most anticipated new roller coasters coming to the United States next year. Let's start things off with number 10, which is Wild Waves, coming to Playland's Castaway Cove. Now, this and GALEFORCE were originally scheduled to open in 2016, but they encountered some problems and it never opened, so it's been pushed back to 2017. So there's actually construction pictures of the full layout, fully built and everything. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I encourage you to look up pictures of this because it actually wraps around GALEFORCE, so it's kind of unique in that aspect. And coming in at number 9 is another family coaster. This is MERLIN'S MAYHEM, coming to Dutch Wonderland. This is a children's park and a children's roller coaster. Think of like Freedom Flyer or Flying Ace Aerial Chase. This one doesn't look to go very fast. If you look at the ride animation, it actually looks pretty slow, but it is a kiddie coaster and it actually looks to be having a pretty good theme to Merlin finding his pet dragon. So it's sure to be a cute little roller coaster coming to Eastern Pennsylvania. Let's talk about our number 8 roller coaster, which is actually 3 roller coasters, all named the Joker. Coming to Six Flags Parks. This is Great America over Texas and New England. Now, if you've ridden a 4D free spin before, then you basically know what to expect. This is not going to be any different. But there are currently 2 already in America, one at Fiesta, Texas, and one at Great Adventure. And so Six Flags likes them, and so they're going to be putting in some more. Next, let's move on to a coaster announced fairly recently. This is Rollin' Thunder coming to Owa and Foley, Alabama. If you've never heard of this, basically what it is a clone of the Thunderbolt roller coaster by Zamperla at Coney Island Luna Park. The animation shows that its layout is almost an exact replica, only instead of orange, it will be sporting a blue color scheme. And taking our 6th spot is a roller coaster that currently does not have a name. This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter going to Casino Pier. This is a New Jersey boardwalk park, and they're adding a Eurofighter, which if you have ever heard of something like Rage or Untamed, this will basically be the same. Its layout will feature a slight difference of not having an end helix because they are a little limited on space, but this is sure to be a solid ride, and oftentimes a coaster this size you don't normally see at a boardwalk park, so it's pretty cool that Casino Pier is getting something like this. So that coaster will be more on the extreme side, but we do have an awesome family coaster next year called Wavebreaker, the Rescue Coaster. This will be an Intamin jet ski type coaster. If you've ever ridden a coaster like Pony Express or one of those steeplechase coasters by Zamperla, this is what it'll kind of be like. It'll have that same type of seating position, except it'll be almost completely over water. This is coming to SeaWorld San Antonio, and it looks to be a very fun ride. I like the theme that you're going out rescuing animals, that's awesome. And it's one of the first Intamin coasters built in the US in quite a few years. And the last coaster that SeaWorld San Antonio got was a while ago, so this is a great addition. Now we're really getting into our countdown. This is our number 4 roller coaster, GALEFORCE. Like Wild Waves, this coaster was originally supposed to open in 2016, but it did not open to the public because of some track problems. So we are finally expecting it to open in 2017. My guess is it'll open up right around Memorial Day, you know, when people start going to the beach. And overall, this roller coaster looks to be very solid. Lots of twisting bank turns, is very compact, got some cool launches. And some of the people who have test ridden it have said that it is a very fun roller coaster. So this is definitely something to be excited for. So now we're at our top 3, and spoiler alert, our top 3 roller coasters are all wooden roller coasters. This particular one is a family wooden coaster coming to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This is invadR, a GCI wooden roller coaster, Busch Gardens' first ever wooden coaster, and they're really trying to hit that family market for people that are too small to ride Verbolten, but too big for Grover's Alpine Express. So this is going to be really a ride for the whole family. It's not too extreme, but the adults are still going to enjoy it. And because it's done by GCI, it's going to be smooth. Construction is going along well. This ride is looking good. So for those in Virginia, this is definitely a coaster to be looking forward to, especially since the last wooden coaster built in Virginia was the Hurler, and that was decades ago. So it's nice to see a modern wooden roller coaster come to Virginia. Our number 2 roller coaster is a ride announced very recently. It doesn't even have a name as of right now. This is coming to Fun Spot in Kissimmee, Florida. This is the other park that doesn't have White Lightning, except this is kind of like the White Lightning of this park. Only difference is, instead of being done by GCI, it'll be done by Gravity Group, and it will feature an inversion. But it's going to feature lots of airtime, some awesome bank turns, and it looks to be a heck of a roller coaster. So what could our number 1 be? The largest coaster coming to America next year, and actually it's not that large, it's Mystic Timbers. This will be a fun new GCI coming to Kings Island. A little over 100 feet tall, it's going to speed through the woods. And of course everyone's wondering what is in the shed. Some sort of special effect element, maybe a drop track, people are speculating. We don't really know, but it's going to be a fun roller coaster. The layout looks to be very solid, lots of airtime moments. So I think for sure this will be one of the best GCIs when it opens next year. So that is my countdown for the top 10 new roller coasters coming to America next year. As you can see, a lot of the additions are meant for the family. I think this is really the year of the family coaster. We aren't seeing really anything too extreme. Mystic Timbers is the largest coaster coming next year, but if that thing had opened like last year or the year before, it probably would have taken like the 4th or 5th spot. But because of the year of when it's opening, this is the largest coaster coming. So yes, obviously 2017 is a pretty small year, but some of these additions really are going to be fun. A lot of the parks that are building these new coasters will be really filling in a gap that they were missing. And the way I see it, whenever you have a smaller year, that often means that the next year is going to be even bigger. So I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Which coaster are you most looking forward to? Full credit for all of the ride animations goes to the parks that created them. I'll post links in the description to where you can find their original videos. And of course, stay tuned for more coaster countdowns coming to Coaster Studios in the future.